Why is Angelina Jolie in Marvel's Eternals? Marvel's latest superhero movie Eternals had a glittering world premiere at Los Angeles on Monday. With the entire cast and crew walking down the red carpet, it was one of the biggest events from Marvel Studios this year. Marvel's Eternals was created by Jack Kirby in 1976 and have been a part of the Marvel Universe ever since. Eternals shifts the focus away from the better-known Marvel superheroes and instead introduces a new, eponymous group of superpowered individuals based on Jack Kirby's obscure comic book team. The movie navigates the adventures of the titular, immortal alien race as he emerges from the shadows of the wake in the arrival of their evil counterparts, the Deviants, on Earth. Directed by Academy Award-Winner Chloe Zhao, it was originally supposed to hit theaters last year, but it got delayed due to the coronavirus pandemic. They are now making their first ever live-action debut on the big screen. The movie stars an ensemble cast of actors, including Gemma Chan, Richard Madden, Lauren Ridloff, Barry Keoghan, Don Lee, Kumail Nanjiani, Lia McHugh, Tyree Henry, Harish Patel, Kit Harington, Salma Hayek, and Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie has been a mainstay in Hollywood for decades, starring in movies such as Maleficent and Wanted. She's created a resume of products in her name from all kinds of genres, be it action, drama, or sci-fi. Jolie has thus become a household name. However, this time she has made her way into a superhero genre for the first time. The superhero movie is Marvel's Eternals, where she plays Thena, created by the Celestials to protect and guide humanity on Earth. She's an elite eternal warrior who can form any weapon out of pure cosmic energy. It's important to know that as a household name, Angelina Jolie has tackled a number of significant challenging characters. For instance, the video game adaptation of Lara Croft. In light of these, the goddess, her never-aging outlook, does in fact fit the role. According to the reports by Screen Rant, Angelina Jolie opened up about how she was offered superhero roles in the past, but she never accepted them. It was when she was offered a role in Eternals that she accepted it. So we ask ourselves, how and why did she join the Eternals family? She is already a star so bright who does not need the might of any studio to power her through the Hollywood cosmos. On the other hand, Marvel doesn't need her, for it has turned unknowns, has-beens, fast climbers alike into A-listers in its 20-film journey. Angelina Jolie is more like a AAA listed who sometimes makes it impossible to distinguish character from the actor. First and foremost, as a Hollywood star, Angelina Jolie has definitely gathered her profile on what she likes and what she doesn't, who she would love to work with, and such. It is important to note that the star is a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, and their directors. Talking about Thena in a global press conference, Angelina said, quote, "I was attracted to this project for many reasons. I'm a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I was a big fan of Chloe Zhao, the director." She goes ahead to add, "Before I even knew very much about who I was going to play, but then I learned about Thena, and that's one of the special things that Chloe brings to this, is she's known for bringing reality to a film. It all began with the love that she had for Chloe and her work. That and the fans are the first that sails us towards the journey of the other reasons that has thrilled this icon." In a Screen Rant for the Eternals junket, Angelina Jolie stated that she'd been approached for superhero roles in the past, but it wasn't until Thena was offered that she'd really considered it, saying that the part made her want to be a part of a broader picture. Quote, "And Thena, it was really this family that I wanted to be a part of. When I understood what this film was going to be and who this group was, what this group was representing, and how inclusive and diverse it was, I felt that's what it always should have been. It's what I wanted to be and figure out in my part secondary, figuring out who I'd be." Her love for the character goes deep when our star tells us that a lot of stars were cast to bring out something from their own lives, something within themselves that maybe they weren't even aware of, and then let it live and let it grow within the film. For her, the character is maybe the most fantastic she's ever played in a superhero. Her children, according to Jolie, told her that the character was the most like her. As we try to understand further why she was thrilled with the character, Jolie confesses that it's hard to talk about her character. She, however, chooses to state, quote, "But her vulnerability and her is what she's trying to balance, and that being able to be in the same woman who is also considered very strong. I think we often have to present to be the fully together to be strong. And yet, I think she holds both, which most people do. And it's important to see it." Angelina Jolie has further opened up on the reason why she chose to join Eternals. The Hollywood star said that she wasn't concerned with the length of her character, but rather keeping it with the opportunity to be a member decidedly of the diverse family that motivated her to take up the movie. She says, quote, "This was the real reason that I wanted to make the film. It was to be a part of such a diverse family, and that it really didn't matter to me what the size of the role would be." We are let in to know how Chloe set the precedent, which had quite the influence on the cast becoming a true family on and off camera. Jolie states, quote, "What surprised me the most about joining the MCU and working with Chloe was how grounded she was. The first time the cast met, she was barefoot and sat on the floor. It was through this first meeting that we discovered that we perceived ourselves as geeks and misfits, so that connected us all and added another layer to the story of Eternals. It was our quirks and differences that became our superpowers. Chloe is the great equalizer. Even though this was a massive, star-studded cast that she was working with, she treated us with the same amount of attention and care." We can see how the star is clearly thrilled to be a part of Eternals. As a star, she has been part of several blockbusters, hence, when she previously admitted that the movie is, quote, "certainly the biggest thing she's ever done," we the audience are more anxious to see the movie as her confession really goes to show at the grand scale of the new movie will be. In efforts to show her commitment for this new role, she hasn't cut any corners for a new job, but instead has participated in its intense training to prepare for her role as Thena. The training involved maneuvering weapons like swords, spears, and staffs, as well as taking up ballet. Her new role has further proven to challenge her, as she has mostly been under the spotlight all by herself. This time around, she's sharing the limelight with an entire ensemble, yet she has no qualms about getting an only divided portion of fans' attention. It is clear that as the leader of the Eternals, she will have a very important role to play in the film altogether, but instead of her independent scenes, it's her chemistry with her co-stars that will be stressed more. As fans who are not used to the sight of her, we all wonder what she will really adapt to the changes. Angelina Jolie has proven out thoughts and worries wrong, as after all, being a part of diversified ensemble was the main motivation for her to do the movie. This is opposed further by one of the statements she made in an interview. Quote, "I don't usually lean towards superhero or sci-fi films. It's not usually what I'm looking to do. It felt like something else was happening in this film though. It was very character driven." Statement further goes to state, quote, "It's not one of us in front and other characters behind. It's really this equal family, and I wanted to be a part of this family." We are shocked and amazed by this news of Angelina Jolie starring in Marvel's Eternals. It is a whirlwind of emotions as we all wait to see if she is delivered or not. It will be a great chance to see our own star on a different scene, both in acting and in the limelight. Hayek, one of those in set forth with Jolie, spoke on her time working with Jolie, admitting that she was hyper-focused on putting forth the best work possible together on this movie. We all hope that this translates into an exceptional masterpiece, and we hope that just like in her previous blockbusters, she delivers. Well, that's all for today, folks. What do you think? Are you as thrilled to watch the star in her new star? Be sure to comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time.